I'm a part of numerous little groupie groups on social media, and a lot of the groups are women just asking for advice for things they're going through in relationships. And I always just stay quiet. I don't really say anything. But for some reason, I was up last night. I couldn't sleep, so I was on this group, and this woman presented a particular issue she was having with a guy. I'm not going to state the specifics because I don't want her to be identified. So it was so obvious that this issue was bothering her, something that he said in response to a question that she asked. First of all, my theory is if you're asking, you already know the answer, sweetheart. But I went down to the comment section, and everybody's like, well, it's not so bad, and well this, and well that. You know how we as women do. We tend to think that the guy we're talking to is the only guy on the planet, our last chance, and we're going to be single forever, and nobody else will want us. So the idiot that we're dealing with, we have to twist and contort it to make it not that bad so he can be the one. All I said was, hey, if you're asking, you probably already know the answer. So my advice is I would pass on him. And I said I would bet good money that nothing healthy is going to come out of this situation. Her response was, wow, that is an amazingly harsh and bold truth. Harsh? Bold? Now hold on, I already know when people aren't ready to face the truth, they got to say what they got to say to make themselves feel better for living in a lie. I get that. You don't have to advise me on that. Long story short, I woke up this morning to kind of follow up on the post, and she blocked me. And I say all that to say this. When you are going through some kind of relationship caca, number one, before you even ask the question, I want you to ask yourself, are you just looking for people who will agree with you? Because everybody in the comment section that she was liking their comments and agreeing with them were telling her that the red flag she presented was absolutely no big deal. She's overreacting. She's bringing past trauma into this new situationship. That's what it is. They're not even official yet. And she loved all that. The next thing I want you to ask yourself is, why are you feeling the need to ask this question? Do you already know what the answer is? Are you ready to face the fact that you know what the answer is? The next thing is, are you ready to do anything about it? Because I'm going to be honest with you, and I have been on the other side of the table. I get it. Are you just venting about what's wrong? Because you might be asking a question in theory, but are you actually just venting and you really don't want to hear anything yet? Or maybe you do want a solution, but you're just not quite there yet. You're still in the denial phase. Quick story time. Back when I was in one of many toxic relationships I was in years ago, I reached out to one of my friends to ask her if something that the guy was doing was a red flag, and she gave me her opinion. She said it was a red flag. I said, okay, girl, I'll talk to you later. Before I hung up the phone, she said, don't you go calling and texting everybody until you find someone that's going to agree with you and condone you making a bad decision in this situation. Because if a lot of us are honest, when we ask for advice, we're not really doing that. We want someone to agree that we should call our ex. We want someone to agree that we should give him another chance. We want someone to say, you know what, no. He's not an asshole. He's just stressed out because of work. He's depressed. Or maybe we're asking, but we really just wanted to vent. We're not ready to actively do anything about it. We're still in denial. We're still having that dangerous hope that a lot of us have, that this time will be different. This guy will be the one, or he will treat me different. Or maybe I didn't see what I saw. Maybe I didn't hear what I heard. So as your self-appointed best friend who sometimes tells you things that you don't want to hear, the quicker that you can be honest with yourself, the quicker that you can start making progress and healing and doing better for yourself. But the more you spend time in the desert of denial, the longer the bullshit's going to continue.